Doctor Strange was written out of WandaVision. Yeah, there was a plan. And then it was pretty well teased that, oh yeah, WandaVision leads right into the Doctor Strange film. In the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, that's the title. And it's the only MCU film that I had any real excitement about. Not the least of which they lost their director for some reason, and Sam Raimi stepped in. I was like, oh boy, this is sounding cool and all that. But then WandaVision came along, and it sort of pooped the bed towards the end. Gee, what happened? Well, Kevin Feige explains here at MovieWeb. Boy, they MovieWeb just, WandaVision arrived like a bomb to soothe the ache of coming. No, not really. So, to boil it all down, yes, Doctor Strange was supposed to appear at the end of the show. In fact, all the mysterious commercials were tying into him trying to make contact with Wanda. And it would make a cool lead-in to the Doctor Strange movie. And I guess it still does, because Scarlet Witch will be in the film, and she's got her, her Darkhold book, and I guess that'll lead into it, but it just seems to be tacked on the way it is. It's almost as if they didn't have a plan. Well, they did, but they had to get rid of it. And why would they have to do that? Apparently, they had even signed Cumberbatch to appear. It was a done deal, but then they suddenly noticed something. You see, Cumberbatch is a white man. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. So, the explanation for this, Feige says, some people might say, oh, it would have been so cool to see Doctor Strange. Yes, it would have. But it would have taken away from Wanda. Now, that's a real slap in the face of Wanda and the Scarlet Witch character. She's a solid, strong character. Elizabeth Olsen did a very good job, despite having a horrible script. Her talent was wasted. Same thing with Paul Bettany. And the new actress they introduced to Teyonah Parris to play Monica Rambeau. That was pretty cool. And then at the end, it all just falls apart, so that the evil white man, the head of S.W.O.R.D., could suddenly be a maniacal, murderous bastard, just out of the blue, Yeah, so, but they felt Doctor Strange, kind of like Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, would take all the oxygen out of the room. So they had no confidence in Wanda at all, which is just so insulting. So he continues, we didn't want the end of the show to be commoditized to go to the next movie, even though you teased it as such, and it apparently still is. She's going to be in the movie. So, lead into the next movie. Here's the white guy. Let me show you how power works. Oh, my God. So, this tells me whatever Doctor Strange is going to be, and they do say this, there's a rewrite for Doctor Strange, whatever that was supposed to be. Because Feige has bent the knee and is deeply drowning in the Kool-Aid of the woke cult. And he thinks this is some brilliant statement he just put out there. Oh, my God. So, already at the detriment of WandaVision, they did this. Because they had nothing to replace it with. The show fizzles. You have, of course, the idiot. Suddenly, the head of S.W.O.R.D. is blatantly evil, even though there's really no groundwork there. He could have said that he was wrong-headed and whatnot, but he wasn't. What Wanda was doing to those people in that town is horrible. Albeit explained, she's deeply depressed in her grief and everything, and it's understandable, and that there could be some redemption, but there isn't. Just, Agatha shows up. Turns out she was really the bad villain here. And then they just leave it there, and then you have Monica Rambeau giving cover for Wanda after she tortured those townspeople. They have no idea what you've been through. Oh my God! Keep in mind, these were adults she tortured, but also their children as well. Yeah, she tortured those people. But she was sad because Vision had died. Even though the Vision's been resurrected, but I don't know. he flew away because, men. So, it was terrible. It's too bad because it had this cool build up and all these Easter eggs that somebody put in there. It certainly wasn't the writer because she admitted she didn't know anything. And this seems to be the deal because that was the case with Falcon and Winter Soldier. God knows what that was supposed to be, maybe. They were probably rewriting that all the way. And, they thought, oh, yes, Jack Schaefer came in and added so much to WandaVision. No, she didn't, by her own admission. She didn't. So, guys, Feige doesn't care. He looks for diversity hires. He puts them in there, and that doesn't matter. So, yeah, the showrunner of Winter Soldier and Falcon, he didn't know jack squat about that show. So, what a mess. Now, I don't know how much of this is going to work with Sam Raimi, but it makes you wonder about the previous director who just bailed out of frustration of what they were, I don't know. Sam Raimi's going to put up with this? I don't know. One of the rumors is that this is going to involve closer deals with Sony so that perhaps there would be more to an actual multiverse story. They tease you were going to get that in WandaVision. Evan Peters shows up, but it was a joke. Ralph Boner, tee-hee. Oh, God. And they can still fix it and say, oh, no, he really was, the X-Men's Quicksilver. But, man, well, this is terrible. So this is 2 strikes. And we'll see what Loki does, maybe. I think I'm going to wait and see some of the reviews. And might check in to binge it, and if I think there's any possibility there's something there. But I don't know. That might be the 3rd strike and you're out. I'd hate to think that they're going to ruin Doctor Strange with this. They got Sam Raimi, but man, are they drowning in the woke Kool-Aid here? Because again, this is a classic example of this. This crap got in the way of the story. They had a story. They had a plan worked out. But, oopsie. Doctor Strange he's a white male. Ew. Mr. Feige, you do not battle discrimination and racism or sexism with discrimination, racism, and sexism. You don't, but you did. That's what you do. Identity politics is evil. It's wrong. And it's to the detriment of your own product. Man, oh man. But anyway, there it is. Pretty cut and dried. So, that's quite a huge mountain for you to climb there, Doctor Strange, when it shouldn't have been. Yeah, well, we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.